This is Blinkers Off, a day in the life of a race broadcaster. We're about to find more about that. I visited Chris Barsby recently at Albion Park. You know, I've been asked 1,000 times in my broadcasting career, how do you call a race? So let's find out from Queensland's premier harness racing caller and our co-host here on Blinkers Off, Chris Barsby. Let's visit the office right now. Well, Chris, the tools of trade, the gearbox, that actually links you to the radio station and that links you to the nation.
Yeah, basically, David, to the radio station plus Sky channels, so we've got all avenues covered there. Other tools of trade, binoculars most important, so we can see them down the back straight. The headset, we've got the radio station in the left ear, Sky channel in the right ear. So these are the tools of trade, and the binocular stand is a trusty little component as well.
I tried to take one of those on a plane once, and I nearly got onto an episode of Border Security. They're evil-looking instruments, and no one knows what they are. But if you don't have them, you've got to handhold the binoculars. Yeah,
very easy having the binocular stand to call the races. It gives you that balance, and you seem to rely on it. Doing it freehand is a lot harder than what it appears.
Well, the binoculars are the real tool of the trade, a precious gift. You had a bad episode with a pair of binoculars one day you might have to tell us about.
Yeah, it was an unfortunate incident. I was calling the Deegan barrier trials. They've got an open air box, probably at least 15 metres above the ground. I've got my stand there set up with my binoculars. I've turned away just for a moment to jot down some notes, and the judge who sits up in the box with me, or stands up in the box with me, accidentally bumped it. Down it went, the binocular stand smashed, binoculars smashed, so unrepairable both, the stand and the binoculars, and I was set to call Albion Park later that day. It was a Tuesday morning, so I was mortified.
And just extending the story, those binoculars were previously owned by
Wayne Wilson, my idol.
So a very, very tragic set of circumstances because the binoculars are your life, aren't they?
Absolutely, and they're hard to come by. Getting the right set of binoculars, there's a million sets of binoculars out there, but getting the right ones to suit the stands and suit what we need, they're few and far between. So I had a prize set, and all of a sudden they were gone.
And not cheap either.
No, very expensive.
Well, this is your office, this is where you broadcast, but the day starts well before this, doesn't it?
Basically starts the previous day. We sit down, well I try and sit down the night before, do some form. If you're not doing it the night before, you're up early in the morning doing the form, making sure you've got the names starting to run through your head, and then it flows onto the morning previews that we do with the radio station. They're normally around 9:30, so it starts early and goes all day.
An often asked question is, when do you start learning the horses names?
Everyone is different. I'm no exception. I like to start learning names once I see the horses. If you start too much earlier, they become a bit of mumbo-jumbo for me. So once I see the horses parade on the track, that's when I'll start repeating the horses' names through my head, and normally by jump time I've got it down pat.
There's such a thing as writer's block. There is race caller's block as well. It's happened to all of us where you'll be calling a race and you'll forget a horse and you'll just freeze. You've just got to keep talking, haven't you?
That's it. It's an unfortunate thing, an experience you certainly don't want to go through, but it does happen. Like you said, it is like a writer's block. You've just got to keep going, and you just got to keep talking and spitting those names out, and that's the only way you can sort of get over it.
Well, I don't want you to forget the horses in this next race, and time's ticking, so we'll let you go. Thanks for letting us into the office of the race broadcaster, and many good years ahead.
Thanks, David.
I didn't realise you were that clever. It's a great profession though, isn't it?
It is. I wouldn't swap it for anything. So
stay with us. I'd say that potentially the best horse racing at Albion Park Saturday night was Maywin Tons. He went around as a short prize favourite in race 4. Let's have a look at him in action.
Showing pace out, Crusher, Senor Salvatore caught deep, so too a promising lad. Calatrava the inside, then in the light of day, the Master's Choice, easing at the start. Better Be Magic along with Melton Lumbermack. Going clear, the favourite Maywin Tons, straight to the lead, and a promising lad by the 400 metre marker, back straight quarter, 29.6, Maywin Tons held together. In the light of day, goes with him on the outside. That pair break away, 6 metres away, third Golden Market. Senor Salvatore couldn't
one sprint with him, and then Calatrava may win tons with a lead around the bend. He's out by 4 metres. In the Light of Day is now under pressure. Then Golden Market, may win tons. The favourite is nicely clear. Trying hard in the Light of Day. Then Golden Market and Calatrava, but may win tons goes all of the way.
Shane, great to see May win tons back at the racetrack. Lightly raced, but he's very promising.
Yeah, no, it was good to see. He's got above average ability, yeah, that's for sure.
Mate, third run back tonight. You saw him in the deep and the Publican's Purse up at Redcliffe, and of course things didn't go his own way there, but much easier race tonight, and finding the front really gave him a comfortable lead, didn't it?
Yeah, no, that's right. He's actually a horse that's never really had a soft run, so every run he's had's virtually been a gut buster, poor fella, but he had an easy run tonight, and yeah, he probably appreciated it, I think.
Gary, happy with the way he got to the line?
Yeah, yep, no, he's travelling strong, he said. Just switched off a little bit the last sort of 100 metres, but yeah, no, felt good in the run.
Damien Courtney speaking with Shane Sanderson. Daryl Graham provides plenty of Albion Park winners week in, week out. Here he is with Daz Vidania winning race 6 on Saturday night.
900 metres left to run. Daz Vidania has backed it off in this second quarter, still leading 3 metres. Abby Tiara cuts the breeze on the outside. Leaders back, Melton Satira ready to strike. 1-1 Poco Lingotti going keenly. 3 back on the inside. Boydie Hart, he needs some racing room. Lady in Lace is next. Then Cougars Blue Jean and Arc de Jean second quarter. 31.1. Daz Vidania shows the way. Abby Tiara working hard without cover. Melton Satira third. The heavens opened up for Boydie Hart. He went into the 1-1 and he's got plenty of pace. He's ready to strike. Then Cougars Blue Jean, Lady in Lace Arc de Jean, Poco Lingotti drop right out. Back straight quarter, 28.7. Daz Vidania at the turn, still leading 4 metres. Abby Tiara flat out on the outside. Boydie Hart to the outside. Melton Satira getting the run. Then Cougars Blue Jean, Lady in Lace, Daz Vidania with a kick. Still leading 4 metres. He's got them beat. Daz Vidania all the way. Daz Vidania too good.
Daryl Graham and Daz Vidania returning to the winner's stall at Albion Park tonight. Daryl, once he led, he was always the horse to beat.
Yeah, he just sort of seems to grow a leg in front of the old fella. If you go back through most of his wins, that's where he's been.
He's run 3 runs back when second behind Jacques Lemon in that 1-2 series here in very good time. It was a pretty good form credential for this race, and his 2 runs since haven't been that bad.
Yeah, he's he's sort of been back on the fence. He followed Jacques Lemon good, and last week he sort of just got held up on the point of the turn at the Gold Coast, and the young fella said to me he sort of felt good, and he drove all right, and he worked real good through the week, so yeah, he's happy.
He's been a pretty durable horse for you during the season now, over 50 race starts, and he's won about 11 and placed another 12, so almost a 50% return of prize money. So you can't ask much more for a horse that's no star.
Yeah, we just got him out of the claimers, so I think that might have been his second M1 or third M1 or something. Like he's dropped back in, and that just seems to be his grade. Like you put the young fellas on him, but you just got to be a little bit aggressive,
Mate, not a great weekend last weekend for you. Lanacrosse, what's the story there?
Yeah, no, his blood just wasn't 100% right, so hopefully we've got bigger fish to fry later on. So, we just made the hardest decision of all to take him out, and he was bucking around the paddock Sunday morning before the race, and I was just shaking my head. But
He's back home now?
Yeah, he's back home. I'm taking him up to Dean's Sunday, and he's going to have 2 weeks up there. Then we're going to come back, get a few more bloods done on him, and back into work, hopefully.
Okay. And Courageous Annie?
Yeah, she's still up at Dean's. I don't think I'm getting her tomorrow, but Dean's sort of got this idea now he might do an embryo transfer out of her this year, so that's very interesting.
All right, we might talk more about that later on. Well done tonight, mate.
Yeah, thanks, mate.
And Daryl Graham there with Damien Courtney. That's our program for tonight. Chris, thanks for your time.
Thanks, David.
Look forward to seeing you next Monday night. And folks, don't forget, of course, this week with the Gold Coast show on, it's Albion Park tomorrow, Redcliffe Wednesday night, and then Albion Park Thursday, Friday and Saturday, and of course the big awards night next Sunday night at the Sofitel. We'll have all the news and all the winners on the awards night next Monday night on Blinkers Off. Until then, good night for now.